Alright, welcome. This is going to be Season 11, Ranked Allied Game number 2 versus Commander Porkins. I did not see Commander Porkins on the leaderboard, so I don't know what rank he is. And this is another placement game for us, so I have no rank yet for Season 11. So, hopefully this game we have better gameplay, better strategies, and better dice for Russia. So, with that, let's get right into the gameplay. Alright, Russia round number 1. Went ahead and bought the 4 infantry and 2 tanks. And we're going to do the 912 attack. I have yet to come up with a better opening than the 912. If somebody knows about it, please let me know, because when they fail, which I have a game going on right now where the attack failed miserably in Ukraine and the game's, I'm really in a tough spot. So if anybody has any better Russian openers, I'd be happy to listen to any thoughts that you guys might have, because sometimes when the battles don't go well, these games can be absolutely atrocious. Anyway, let's run this and see how it goes. Pattern as last game. Oh wow, okay. Alright, combat was pretty much a success. We had slightly lower than average result in Ukraine, but we took it, so I'm all in favor of that. We are going to move all of our troops back here, but since we had a pretty successful Russian opener, we're going to move, let's see here. What do I got there? So I'll have 4 there. I'm going to move these guys back here. This guy's going to Russia. This guy's going down to Sichuan. Alright. We're going to lose these tanks, but at least we took the territory and we had an above average West Russia, so we're in pretty good shape there. So let's finalize this. We're going to throw our 4 infantry into the Caucasus and our 2 tanks into Ukraine. Russia, sorry. Alright, not a bad Russian opener. That'll do it for Russia round 1, and I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 1. Alright, United Kingdom round number 1. So Germany went ahead and bought 6 tanks and 1 infantry. Believe it or not. They took Ukraine, they took Bello, and they went pretty heavy into Karelia, stacked it with 7 guys. And then they did something that I have never seen before. They took 2 subs and killed my fleet. Well, United States, 2 transports and a destroyer in C-Zone 11. They went ultra super light in C-Zone 7 and lost. He lost a fighter, a sub, and a cruiser, and then retreated with a fighter. So he only has 4 fighters left in Germany. He's got a bunch of tanks, but he left me a United Kingdom fleet in round 1, a complete fleet, which that's not good for him. So, he took Transjordan with Germany, which is pretty standard. So, for England, we're going to go ahead and drop a fleet in C-Zone 8 on round 1, which I rarely get the opportunity to drop a fleet, but we're going to do it. So we bought a carrier. We don't need to buy anything else, really. So I say drop a fleet, but we're really only dropping a carrier. And then we bought another fighter, an infantry, and an artillery. The infantry and the artillery are going into India, and then the fighter will go into C-Zone 8, because we're going to fly one of our fighters and kill this transport here. So we're going to take this fighter and kill this transport. And then we are going to take an artillery and a guy, go to C-Zone 8, attack France. We're going to go to C-Zone 8 and bombard France. We're going to go to C-Zone 8 and bombard France. We're going to use our other fighter and go and attack France. Then we're going to take this transport, go to C-Zone 8, pick up this one infantry, and take northwestern Europe. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not going to use my fighter. Where's my fighter? Okay. I'm using one fighter on this transport. I am not going to use a fighter in this one here. I don't want to risk it. 2 bombards, and what else did we do here? An artillery and an infantry. We're going to just go with that. I don't really want to risk my fighter for 1 infantry. Alright, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take this fighter, our bomber, and this fighter. We're going to attack the battleship. We're going to attack Transjordan with everything we can. Then we're going to take our aircraft carrier and our cruiser and try to kill this transport destroyer combo here. And that, my friends, will be the conclusion of our attacks for round 1. We just got to make sure we move our fleet. Alright, strong, 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 strong. Alright. Alright. Alright, combat was pretty successful. Didn't lose anybody in France. We did end up losing our bomber against the battleship, but you know what? It's a fair trade. I'll go ahead and take it. So we're going to fly one of our fighters to India and the other one to Persia. We're going to back our Burma guy off. We're going to fly this guy over here to West Russia. We're going to fly this plane into C-Zone 8. And our destroyers will also go to C-Zone 8. Our infantry is going to go down here. This infantry is going to move up. We'll go over there. Pick up our guy, drive to 41. Sub, and our cruiser is going to also go to 41. Alright, I think that's going to be it for the non-com. Alright. Aircraft carrier goes in C-Zone 8. Infantry. Artillery. And should we put the fighter in India or up in C-Zone 8? Either way, it can get to West Russia or Russia. Or, well, if it's in India, it can get to Russia. Alright, we're going to opt for C-Zone 8. Just in case we have to deal with these. Alright, that's going to be it for United Kingdom round number 1. And we can get rid of this note now. I will see you guys back for United States round 1. Alright, America round number 1. So Japan bought 3 destroyers and a submarine. I guess anticipating a KJF. But to me, if you're going to leave United Kingdom's fleet in the Atlantic, you should be anticipating a KGF. But I guess if you're a really good player, you could probably, this might even help you do Kill Japan First or KJF better than usual. But the fact that he bought no more transports and no industrial complexes, he's got 1 transport now. So he's only getting 2 more land units into the mainland. Maximum next turn, or this turn. I'm sorry, next turn, round 2. Which, that's going to set him back. He did Pearl Harbor and then survived with only a bomber. Took out everything, but survived with only a bomber. Then he took Anhui, took Buryatia, and took Yunnan and walked into Burma. So these 2 subs here are just more of a nuisance. It is going to set United States shuck back, but not really, because when I drop a fleet here, these guys can't even escape. So wherever they go, they're going to be in range of whatever I drop in 11. So that was... I don't understand necessarily using the both subs for that. Obviously, because you know you want to kill it. But doing that made you leave the United Kingdom fleet in 7. So that's not good. But it's good for me. So as America, I just went ahead and bought an aircraft carrier, a destroyer, 2 transports, and a sub. And that's all going to go in 11. The sub is basically for cannon fodder when, if and when these guys stick around to attack, or I need to use them to take a hit. We are going to have to push forward into Russia. I'm sorry, into Germany because of these 9 tanks. Got 7 guys in Karelia, and if these 9 tanks can hit West Russia with his 7 guys and his 4 planes, they're going to win. So I have to take both of these territories. So I'm going to lose a significant number of Russians doing it. But as long as we take these 2 territories, then we'll have enough income to keep Germany at bay for a while. And we're going to start just landings every turn here. So this is going to be okay, I think. Africa is going to be a problem unless we get in there quickly. So America has no combat. Nothing to do this turn, so let's just end it. For the non-com, this fighter is going up to West Russia. These 2 guys are backing off. We're going to send our cruiser, our fighters, our other fighter into Sea Zone 11. We're going to send our transport, our battleship, and our destroyer down to Sea Zone 19. We'll send our fighter into Central United States. And that is it. Oh, we'll take our bomber and we'll send it over to United Kingdom. I'm only going to have 2 transports here this turn. Matter of fact, yeah, let's move these over here. Let's move these 2 over here. Well, actually, no, because we're going to have the 2 transports, so we have enough to fill them. So that's fine. So we're going to leave those guys where they're at. We're going to buy a couple more transports, obviously, next turn with the United States, too. So, because we got to start sending troops. Probably to Africa, I'm thinking. But we may be able to send them other places. So that's going to be it for the non-com. And we'll drop our fleet into Sea Zone 11. Alright, so that's going to do it for America. With Russia, it's interesting. So we have a decent number to spend, and we're going to get more money this turn, so I'm going to go ahead and buy a third fighter. And then 6 infantry. I thought about buying 7 infantry and an artillery. Or, I'm sorry, 8 infantry and an artillery. We're really only losing 3 land units, but we're gaining the plane, and I think the plane is worth it. So, here we're going to have to take 1 artillery and 2 infantry. And then here we're going to have to take 4 of these guys, an artillery, and our 2 fighters. These have to win because the 9 tanks. So that's why I went in with more infantry than I wanted. Actually, attacking with only 3 infantry and artillery and 2 planes, it's 80% chance to conquer. But by increasing that, it's 93% chance to conquer, and I really need to conquer the territory. So I know it's kind of a waste of infantry, but as long as we start sending fighters here and landing on the back end, we should be pretty good. So let's go ahead and get the combat done on this one. Let's pray. Oh, ouch. Okay, we screwed this up. We had to take that territory. I'm actually going to move everything this way and hope that he takes the bait and puts a guy there instead of using him to attack West Russia. It's the only thing I can hope for now, is that he does that. Oh, man. We had to take that. We had to. Oh, that is so ugly. I'm gonna lose the game. Oh man, that's bad. That's bad, bad, bad. I should have sacked a plane there. I could pull out of here and just let him take it with the 2 fighters and not land planes there. And then could I attack and kill everything? But lose these 2 fighters. I would have no artillery, but I'd have 3 fighters. Because this is telling me right here, I cannot hold this. I'm going to have 8 infantry now, right? Let's see how much of stuff is moving in here. I'll have 8 infantry, 2 AA guns, 3 tanks, and 4 planes. And he's going to have 9 tanks. Oh my god, I hate it. God, that was stupid, 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 stupid. That was so stupid. Oh my god. Alright, well, I just made a really decent position worse, so we're not going to do this. I hate to do it, but we're gonna bounce. Actually, you know what? Let's do this here. I'll leave a couple guys there just to maybe get... They're going to get one rounded anyway. He's got so many infantry, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So we're going to lose the planes. Man, that sucks. That was so stupid. I had to take this. Alright, well, I had to do it and I didn't do it, so. Put a fighter and 6 infantry. Actually, no, you know what? Put 5 infantry in there and 1 infantry in the Caucasus. Just so at least he has to send some units to get it. Oh my god, that is so bad. That is just so bad. That's just a terrible mistake by me. Alright, well, it's over. I'm gonna have to deal with it. That's the end of round 1 of America. Round 2 for Russia. Let's see, how much money did we get there? Attack power is even right now, but it won't be after this next turn. I got 25 money, so I can buy 8 more infantry with Russia, so that's not bad. God, that was just a terrible mistake. I should have sacked a plane. I didn't want to, but I should have. Alright. That's going to be it for my turn. I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 2. Alright, United Kingdom round number 2. So Germany bought 8 infantry and 4 artilleries. And then he took France back. He took Northwestern back. Surprisingly, he sent 2 tanks with no infantry support, and they didn't... I got no hit back, which kind of sucks. I did kill 2 of his infantry that attacked West Russia, but he sent his planes, but he went light. So for whatever reason, he decided to go light into West Russia and light into Caucasus, and he went medium into Bello. He lost 2 infantry. But I think he should have gone hard into all this. I don't have any hit back power, but now I think I am going to be able to fight him back and keep Russia alive for a little bit, I think. Not 100% sure. And because Japan bought no extra transports, he's got 1 transport, India's really under no threat. Not really. I haven't run the numbers. Maybe it can be. 2 battleships, 1 transport, and 1 infantry. So he's got 3 land. You can take 3 land units and 5 fighters. And I'm going to have... I bought 2 artilleries and a plane for here. I'm only going to have 1 plane in here because I have to clean up Africa. So I don't think that's going to be enough to take it. He has no bombers. Oh, he has 1 bomber over here, but I don't think it's in range of India. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. 1. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 1, 2, 3. No. Okay, so the bomber's out. Alright, I do have this fleet here that I need to keep moving towards Europe. And America's going to start making landings because he has no bombers left in Germany, so I'm going to start landing. If I can take Africa back, I can and start landing here more. I can start taking the battle of him. I actually bought 2 infantry, 4 artillery, another transport, and a fighter. And so we're going to take our tank here. I'm going to go up to Sea Zone 3. I'm going to take Norway. Our fleet here is going to move up to 3. Sea Zone 7 is safe because he has no bombers and he has no landing point. They're not in range. This transport's going to go back over here to pick up these guys. And then here's the main battles here. So we're going to take that, this fighter, and this fighter, try to kill this tank, and then everything else is pouring into Egypt. And hopefully we can kill that. So that's going to do it for United Kingdom's attacks. We just got to hope they're successful. Strong, favorable in Egypt. All right, we'll see. Wow. Okay, combat worked out. It didn't go as smooth as I'd like in Egypt, but we now have control of Africa back. Let's see, where can our fighters land? Should we land them in Persia? There's nothing to guard Persia. We can land them here. Is he really going to attack me with 2 fighters against 2 fighters? I don't think so. What about Transjordan? I'm hoping to kill this, but what if I don't? I can't imagine he would go for this, so I'll land him here. Alright, now everything's got to go up here. Except for the transports going back over to 10. This stuff's going to 22. And the sub is going over to 45. You know what? Yeah, I'll send it over to 45. Maybe he won't notice it there. And then, let's see here. Let me do some quick math on India. Maybe I can move a couple troops out of there. Alright. It doesn't look like we can move anything out. So we're not going to move anything out of there. Alright, so this will be done. Alright, our transport's going into 7. Fighter to India. 2 artilleries to India. And then everything else into England. All right, not a bad round for England. We kicked Germany out of Africa, and they're not going to be able to come down and take it for a little bit of time. India, I think, is safe for at least one more turn. If he wants to try that battle, I don't think it goes well for him, so I don't think he's going to do it. And then USA is going to start landing in Morocco, and we'll start the shuck that way. Start getting as many troops as we can, and we'll start making landings on France again in Northwestern. Try to get him to pull back off of this. But for Russia, it's going to be really important to take West Russia and take Ukraine back. And if I can do that, then I think I can hold Russia for a couple more turns. But it's going to be tight because I made a mistake. I made a huge mistake last time, but I did try to pull my fat out of the fryer, except that I'm not sure he would have tried the battle now that I think about it, but it was overwhelmingly he was going to crush it if he used all of his stuff. So, all right, that's going to do it for United Kingdom round 2, and I'll see you guys back for USA round number 2. All right, United States round number 2. So Japan, all they bought was a bomber and an industrial complex. Still haven't bought any transports. Didn't buy any more land units. He then took all the free territories, right? He took Soviet Far East, Yakut, Xinjiang, and Sichuan. And then he moved a little bit, I'd say that's heavy for round 2, into Sichuan. I don't know if he thinks he's going to be able to take India with 3 land units, some bombers, a couple of battleships. Because my fighter's going to return there. I'm going to buy 3 more infantry at a minimum. I don't think he can do that. So he can probably make a play. He's probably going to try to stack one of these. But I should be able to move some stuff out of India this next turn. I'm pretty sure I can do that. So I'm going to try that most likely. I do have, let's see here. All right, so with America, I'm going to try to go heavy into the Mediterranean shuck here. So I went ahead and bought 3 more transports, 3 artilleries, and 2 infantries. And we're going to start moving. I just need to make sure I'm going to have 4 transports here at the end of this turn in 11. So I need to make sure I have 8 units in this area here so that they can go and be sent down to Morocco. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take all this stuff here and send it to Morocco. Because he has no bombers, he never bought a bomber. He's got nothing that can touch me. Didn't put any fighters in Northwestern, which is a sneaky place to put fighters because you can hit C-Zone 13 still. But I got a fleet now, so that don't really matter. And then the only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to weaken the Caucasus for Russia. So that I can capture that back. So that he can't blitz into Russia. I really need to take both of these, West Russia and the Caucasus, to try to hold off as long as I can. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to do that. He might. All right. Is that it? I think that's it. All right. All right, combat was, I mean, we won, but we lost both of our units, so we didn't actually take the territory back. But that's okay because Russia can go in there, but I do have to put an infantry in there now, which kind of sucks. And it would have been nice to just build more infantry there, even though I probably wouldn't have, because he's got a sizable force that can hit this. Okay, so now our sub's going back over here. This fleet. Okay, one of these fighters is going to go into Morocco. And then that fighter and this fighter will go into C-Zone 13. The cruiser, the destroyer will all go into C-Zone 13. The battleship's going up to 11. The destroyer up to 11. This transport up to 11. These two guys are moving over. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. All right. All right, our 3 transports and our artillery and our infantry go into eastern United States. All right, so we're up to 40 with America, which is pretty good. We've got 8 units now in transport range of taking them down to Morocco. This is under no threat from any air power or any sea power. And so we can start shuffling 8 units every turn over into Africa. So that's going pretty good. So for the Soviets, we're going to buy 1 artillery and 7 infantry. Alright, and I'm not going to take this back for America. I wanted to, but I'm not going to. We're going to take this. We're going to take 2 guys and our 3 fighters and try to take West Russia. Right? Right. Oh, wait a minute. What's my map nodes? Okay. Alright, I can get rid of it because I moved it already. Alright. Alright, here we go. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's do this. Alright, combat worked out great. We took everything we needed to. Our fighters will go back to Russia. We will put... Oh, wait, we don't have to do that. We'll put 2 of these guys over an Archangel, and then... And I want to move those guys. I kind of want to move them here. I think I will. And then let's see here. I don't think it's a threat. But I don't want him to take Kazakh for free. You got to watch out for this, because if he puts enough tanks here, they can do a can opener on you, and Russia will be screwed. But 1 tank and what? A bomber and 4 fighters? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that won't even work. But he couldn't even do it this round anyway. So they're not in position. But I don't want him to have it for free. But he is going to get this for free, which kind of sucks. But that's okay. As long as we can hold off Germany, we'll be okay. Let's do this. And let's mobilize our artillery and 7 infantry into Russia. And what are we up to? 21 money? Alright, so we can buy 7 more infantry next turn. So Russia's okay. They're not great, but I think it was a mistake for him to go so light into West Russia. Because now his 10 tanks and he doesn't have enough infantry supporting the tanks. So I think I can get enough fighters in here. And every turn, if I keep buying 7 infantry, I can hold off Germany, and I'm going to start landings. I'm in a position to take Italy now next turn, and France. And let's see, if I take Italy and France, what else do I need to take? I can't take anything else yet. So, alright, but I think we're in pretty decent shape. So that's going to do it for US round 2, Russia round 3. And I will see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 3. Alright, United Kingdom round number 3. So Germany went ahead and bought 6 infantry, 4 artilleries, and a bomber. Or 8 infantry, 4 artilleries, and a bomber. Hold on. 8 infantry, 4 artilleries, and a bomber. And then he moved light into West Russia. And he tried to take the Caucasus. He also moved light in there, but he failed. Killed my guys, but lost his attacking infantry. So he was unable to take the Caucasus, which is good for me. So I think that was a mistake. I would have gone a lot heavier, I think, into West Russia before. I didn't do the math. Maybe he didn't think that he could do it, but with the Japanese planes here, he could have landed the Japanese fighters into West Russia. Now he won't be able to. He can do it now. If he really wants to do it now, then I'll kill all of his fighters. Which I don't believe that that he will. But if he does, man, that'd be a big mistake. So we have to do something about this advance. India is perfectly safe. He still only has 1 transport with Japan. And he's got an industrial complex that he just put down in Manchuria, but that's a few turns away from being any effective. So I have to do something about this. This guy's going to be dead when America's turn comes. I thought about taking this with England, but I'm just not going to. I'm going to move over to Trans with my tank. I'm sorry, to Persia. We're going to move a couple guys out of India. For United Kingdom, we went ahead and just bought two infantry and artillery, 2 tanks, and a fighter. The 2 tanks and a fighter are going to go into India. Everything else is going to go into England because we're going to have 3 transports at the end of this turn. Ready to be loaded up. So we're probably going to lose this tank because I think he's probably going to hit this with his infantry, maybe one of these tanks and a couple fighters. I don't know. I thought about saving him, but I don't want to because I'm going to take France. So we're going to take 1 guy, go down to Sea Zone 8 and take Northwestern Europe. We're going to take an artillery. Oops. We're going to take this transport, go here, take an artillery, take the other infantry, go to Sea Zone 8, attack France, take the battleship, go to 8, attack France, take the cruiser, go to 8, attack France, take my fighters, attack France. And that's the only combat that United Kingdom's going to do this turn. Thought about pushing into Burma, but I don't think I'm going to do that this turn. I guess I could. I guess I could push into Burma. No, I don't think we're gonna, because we're gonna have a sizable stack here that if he wants to try to stack Burma, he won't be able to. We'll be able to hit it. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it'll be at least a worthwhile battle there. So I'm gonna play on the side of caution. So let's just hope this works. Alright, combat, we got lucky. We didn't get the dreaded Snake Eyes hitbacks. that we sometimes get. So our 2 fighters are going to go to Sea Zone 8 with our aircraft carrier and our 2 destroyers. Going to grab our tank and our infantrymen, go to Sea Zone 8 and drop them in England. We're going to take our cruiser and go up to Sea Zone 10 with our transport, dropping off our stuff in Canada. Our tanks go into Persia. Our infantry is going up to Egypt. 2 fighters go to India. 1 artillery and 2 infantry also go to Persia. So we will have 1, 4, 2, 2, and 4. And we should be good there. Alright, let's close that up. And let's throw our fighter and our tanks into India, and we'll throw our everything else into England. And we're up to 40 with England, which is fantastic. So we've got 3 transports full of stuff here. He can't kill it. We actually have enough Navy here. I did the math. I can survive. It's like a 98% to stay alive in Sea Zone 5. So next turn, we might just move everybody into Sea Zone 5 from 8. And then we can directly start shipping troops into Karelia. But I have to see what I can get. I have 40 money, so I can buy 4 infantry and 4 artillery to start dropping every turn. So that might be the play, but we'll have to see. So that's going to do it for England round number 3, and I'll see you guys back for America round number 3. All right, United States round number 3. So Japan finally bought another transport, and he bought like, let's see here, 3 tanks, 2 infantry, a transport, and a bomber. 3 tanks went to Manchuria, transport went here, infantry went to Japan, and the bomber went to Japan. And then he used 2 bombers to hammer India and blow it up. I'm going to do a couple things I think I haven't tried before. Just because one of the things I think I'm going to do, I ran the math here and I think I'm going to strafe Burma, but I don't want to take it. I just want to hammer all these units and retreat. I'm probably going to have to repair India, but I have 40 bucks with UK, so that's not terrifying. It would be nice to be able to spend the 40, but that's not horrible. He also moved forward into Kazakh and moved forward in the north. I'm going to hammer the shit out of this. Because as long as I have Archangel, there's no threat of a can opener right now. But that's going to be on Russia's turn. But you kind of always got to think of it as a combo, right? United States, we're going to get the Medchuck into full swing, so we went ahead and bought 2 more transports, 6 infantry and 2 artilleries, and now we'll have 8 units every single turn flowing into Africa. So we're going to take Algeria, and what other combat are we going to do? Nope, we're not going to do anything else. That's going to be all the combat for America. Right? Right. So, let's get that done. Alright, combat was a success. Our fighter's going to go to Egypt. We're going to grab these 3 artillery and 5 infantry. We're going to take these 4 transports and put them down to C-Zone 13 and drop all that stuff into Morocco. Our other 2 transports are going to go back up to C-Zone 11. Our battleship and our destroyer will go to C-Zone 13. And we're going to move we'll move 1 destroyer up to C-Zone 8. And our bomber is going to go to India. And our submarine is going up to 56. And that's going to be it for America. Alright, our 2 transports go there, our 2 artillery, and our 6 infantry go into Western United States to be prepared to be shipped over to Africa. And that does it for America's turn. For Russia, we're going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to go 3 and 3. And as far as our combat, we're going to take 1 unit and 1 unit, 2 fighters, and hit West Russia. And then we're going to take ten guys, the tanks and the infantry, and the tank and the artillery, and this fighter, and kill Kazakh. That's probably overkill. Let's take all 3 fighters over here. I just want to make sure we run around this guy. Alright. I wouldn't normally push out of Russia, but as long as I take West Russia, can't blitz through the Caucasus. You can stack West Russia. Let's see, you can stack West Russia with ten tanks and what, 3 infantry and 2 artillery, but no fighters. All right. Actually, he can stack it with what? 1, 2. So he can stack it with 14 tanks. All right, let's go. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go. let's do 6 infantry and the tanks and the artillery. I want the artillery here though. So we won't do the artillery. Alright, looking ahead, if he does decide to stack this with 14 tanks, 3 infantry, 2 artillery, and an AA gun, I can still have a 55% chance. It might be a 50-50 battle to wipe out all of his armor. I don't know if I would do that if I was desperation, but alright, I can still defend it if I have to. So I'm going to do it. It's probably not the best idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. Alright, combat was a success. We took the territory. Our fighters have to go back to Russia. And let's see here. I think I did the math on it. Oh, let's see here. Alright, let's see here. We're going to take 5 of these guys and put them in... Actually, let's put 7 of them in there. Put one of our AA guns in there. Actually, let's do 2 more. I know it looks ugly. It looks really ugly. He's probably going to stack West Russia, but I can still go back into Russia and be in the same spot that I am now. So I just want to see what he does here. If he tries to hit it with this stuff and his planes. Because I'm guessing, what's that, 15 units? Let's see here. Yeah, all right. we'll put 3 infantry and 3 artillery into Russia. And we are back up to 20. I just want to see what he's going to do here. He might decide to stack West Russia, which we'll see if he does that. And then he can move his Japanese fighters there. If his Japanese fighters move, because I'm going to strafe this, I think, with everything I got in India. And then I may or may not have to repair it. Obviously, I have to decide before the turn. But I did the math on it, and I can get a pretty good result if I strafe it. And that ought to keep him a little bit at bay, so hopefully long enough for America to make some inroads down here. We have enough where we could hit in Italy right now. And we may have to start just doing landings on the southern part of Europe to get him to pull back off of this. But we'll have to see. So anyway, that's going to be the end of America round 3, Russia round 4. And I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 4. Alright, United Kingdom round number 4. So Germany bought 4 tanks, 4 artilleries, and... I'm sorry, 4 tanks, 4 infantry, and an artillery. And then he took West Russia light again, put 1 tank in Ukraine, and then took France and Northwestern back, and took Norway back. I don't know, I guess he's just relying on France, but he's not really buying enough infantry. He keeps sending tanks, which is fine, but... I'm going to get ready to... I'm going to be prepared. I can probably stack. I might be able to stack France. I don't know. I'll have to look at that. That's... with America. I could probably stack France with America. It won't be this turn. With England, oh yeah, and then Japan bombed India. It was -6. He used both bombers to bomb India, so that worked for him. I repaired my Indian complex just because I did the math, and he's got a pretty decent attack on me right now. But I'm going to strafe this, and then we're going to take this stuff back. So we're going to take this guy here, go up to Sea Zone 3, and drop him here. We're going to then take... the tank, 2 artilleries, 3 infantries, go up to 3, drop them in Norway. We're going to take our battleship up there and bombard them. We're going to take our cruiser up there and bombard them. We're going to take our fighters and attack them. This cruiser is going up here and bombard as well. And then down here, we also did the math. It's interesting. I have a 20% chance to take it. But I'm going to hit Burma with 4 guys, 2 artilleries, 1 tank, and our 4 fighters. And I just got to hope I don't get 6 hits. 5 hits would be great. 6 hits would not be great because I'll end up taking the territory. But that's okay because I can move this stuff back in here, so I should be okay. Plus we're going to put another artillery and 2 more guys in India. So let's run the combat. Wow, 3 bombards. Nobody hit. You gotta be kidding me. That's insane. Alright, he got a slightly better than average result in Burma. And he killed all 3 of my guys. Or he killed 3 of my infantry. So I'm going to send the 4 planes back. We're going to send the tank down here to India. We're going to send 1 infantry back to India. What am I going to have? 5 there? Now he can only attack with what? No land units? Or 1 land unit? 2 land units? And a bunch of fighters? Yeah, it's alright. We'll send the other stuff this way. This guy will go to Transjordan. And then this sub gonna go over there. Oh, and our fighters will go to C-Zone 3. Our 2 destroyers and our aircraft carrier will also go up to C-Zone 3. Once this destroyer gets up here, we'll be good enough against the 4 fighters and a bomber. So that should be okay. So let's finish this. We're going to put an artillery. Actually, you know what? Screw that. We'll put 3 infantry into India, and then we'll put 7 infantry and an artillery into United Kingdom. Alright. Was hoping to get up to 34, but only got up to 33. I guess if he moves his Japanese fighters here, I can't imagine he would do that now, because he would lose all of his Japanese fighters, because I would hit it. I would definitely hit it if he did that. So I don't think he's going to move his Japanese fighters there. I know he was setting up for India, but that ain't going to work for him now. So that's going to do it for UK round number 4, and I'll see you guys back for America round number 4. Alright, USA round number 4. So Japan bought 3 tanks, 4 infantries, and yet another bomber. 3 tanks for Manchuria, 4 infantries and a bomber for Japan. He then took Vologda with 1 unit, because there was nobody in it, and he bombed India again with 2 bombers. I'm getting real tired of his bombers. I'm getting really tired of his bombers. So, we've got a pretty good shuck going here, and it's really in no jeopardy of slowing down. Went ahead and bought 4 infantry, 4 artilleries, and a bomber. And that's just going to reload our 8 units for our transports, and we're going to have another bomber. We're going to start sending bombers over here as well. I am going to try a can opener. So, this is not really a can opener. Usually it's used in conjunction with trying to take a capital city, but in this case, I'm going to use my American bomber here to try to kill this guy in Burma. If I kill this guy in Burma, I'm going to send my 3 tanks and my 4 fighters and kill Yunnan. Kill 3 of his bombers and 4 of his guys. I did the math on it already, and it's a 94% to win the battle, but only a 46% to take the territory, but I don't really care. I just want to kill the bombers. So, because he's invested 48 of his money on bombers for Japan. Now, obviously, if this bomber misses and it don't work, then we won't be able to do it. But I think it's a good opportunity for us to do it, so we're going to bomb this. We're going to take our tank, blitz Libya, and then move them to Egypt. And that is all the combat we're going to do with America. I should probably set up to take France. I could take France with what's he got there? 1 bomber, 4 fighters. And no, I'm not going to do it yet. I'm not going to do it this turn. So that's going to be all the combat we're going to do. Let's just hope we just get a hit in Burma. If we lose the bomber, so be it. Not a big fan of losing the bomber, but we're going to try it anyway. Alright, sucked. We lost the bomber. Which, you know, he's probably going to think that's a great trade for him. He's going to think it's a great trade for him until my 3 tanks and my 4 fighters kill his 3 bombers here. And we push out of India. So now I got to figure out if I want to repair India to put more stuff there, which I probably will now because I am going to push out, I think. Because as long as I kill these 4 infantry, he's got nothing that can hit India. Absolutely nothing. He's spending all of his money on bombers. So, and the beauty part is I'm going to have a nice stack here with which to hit this if he decides to come down with his 3 tanks and his artillery and stuff and his fighters. So, it's going to give us an opportunity to push forward there now. We're going to take our plane and fly it to Moscow. We're going to move these guys forward. And these guys forward. We're going to take our 4 transports and send them back to C-Zone 11. Make sure you always send your empty transports back. Take our 2 artilleries and our 6 infantry. Go to 13, drop them in Morocco. Our destroyer is going to go up here to protect C-Zone 3. Our sub's going to move up to 64. And that is going to be the conclusion of America's round number 4. Alright. Everything is going in Eastern United States. And we are set up again. Now at some point we may decide to use our transports here and take Italy. Or France. Or both. But not right now. Alright, so that is going to be the conclusion of America's round number 4. Russia, we're just going to buy 5 artillery. Alrighty. We are going to send 2 infantry and a fighter. At the tank in the Caucasus, we're going to send... Oh, not those. Let's see here. 3 infantry and artillery and 2 fighters at West Russia. We're going to send 1, 2, and 1 artillery at Vologda. And that is all the combat we're going to do for Russia. Alright, combat was kind of a wash. I mean, he got so many hitbacks, I barely took both of these territories. Sent our fighters back to... It's so funny, the tank didn't get a hit back, but all of his infantry hit multiple times. That's kind of hilarious. Let's send all those guys back there. And that... We'll leave 1 Russian there. Make sure that we have a unit in all of these. Okay. Perfect. All right. All right. 5 artillery into Russia. All right. We wasted a lot of Russian infantry trading. We wasted a lot of Russian material trading on that turn. So Germany's going to push forward probably and take these again. At some point he's going to go heavy. And stack this with like 13 tanks and a bunch of infantry. He can probably do it now. But he won't have fighters, except he's going to have fighters here. That he can move there. But after I push forward here, he may not want to move those fighters there. He might. So I'll have to see. But that's going to be the end of Russia round number 5. And I'll see you guys back for UK round number 5. Alright, United Kingdom round number 5. So Germany bought 7 infantry, 3 artillery, and 2 tanks. He mobilized an infantry and an artillery into Karelia. And then he mobilized the 2 tanks, 2 infantry, 2 tanks, 2 artilleries, and 6 infantry into Germany. He took the Caucasus light, West Russia light, pretty much took everything light, Archangel light, and Finland light. He's got the 15 tanks here, right? So if I move, this is a pretty good setup, I would think. Because if I fail, obviously the must takes for me this turn with Russia, it's actually next turn. Gotta take West Russia. Secondary, gotta take the Caucasus. West Russia is an absolute must, so the 15 tanks can't hit Moscow. I would rather him not build in the Caucasus, but if I don't take it, it's not entirely the end of the world. But it wouldn't be good for me. So I think those are my two takes. And then obviously Japan is moving forward towards Russia here. Russia is not in a great position. So with United Kingdom, so here last turn with America, we used our bomber to kill his infantry here in Burma. So now we're going to use our 3 tanks and our 4 fighters and hit his bombers and his infantry here in Yunnan. The beauty part of that is as long as we kill these 4 guys, he has no land units. He cannot attack India this turn. So as long as these 4 guys die, what I would really like to do, in fact, I'm just going to press it, I think, even if I lose a fighter. I want all these bombers dead. I'm tired of getting bombed. So we didn't repair this. We took the chance that we're going to kill these 4 units, and we didn't repair this. What we did do is we bought 4 artilleries and infantry and another fighter. And that's because of the way we're going to shuffle around our troops this turn. We're going to pivot with America from the Medshuk either into the Finland via C-Zone 3, or we're going to pivot into a 10-8-5 so we can get troops directly into Karelia. I got to see what Japan does and check it out. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to set up Persia so that we can try to semi-dead zone the Kazakh here. He doesn't have a tremendous amount of land units here, but he does have a steady... He'll keep pumping out 3 tanks. But as we saw in many games, Japan's way to victory is not tank spamming. So if he wants to keep throwing tanks, that's fine. And we're going to take some more of these territories here in Europe. So, for the combat, first thing we're going to do, we're going to take our 3 tanks, we're going to blitz and hit Yunnan, and we're going to take all of our 4 fighters and we're going to attack Yunnan. We're going to take our 2 fighters here and hit Finland with 1 infantry and 1 artillery. We're going to take the other artillery go to 7, pick up an infantry, go to 8, attack France. We're going to take 1 more transport, go to 7, pick up an infantry and an artillery, go to 8, attack France. We're going to take 1 more transport, go to 7, pick up 1 guy, go to 8, take Northwestern. We're going to take our last transport, go to 7, pick up 1 guy, go to 8, and drop him in France. We're going to take our battleship to 8 and bombard. We're going to take our 2 cruisers to 8 and bombard. As long as everything ends up in C-Zone 8, we'll be fine. Double check this a lot because I've had my dumbass leave stuff in C-Zone 6 that just gets annihilated. So it's real frustrating. So double check when you're doing that. I know it looks like spaghetti. Try to whittle that out. Once these 2 fighters are done attacking Finland, they're going to Moscow. If all these go well, we should have... Oh, yeah. So we have 3 infantry left in England. So we're going to add 1 and 4 artillery. So we'll have a full set for the 4 transports. And we got a fighter. We'll throw the fighter. We may throw the fighter in C-Zone 7. And we'll throw the other infantry. Oh, we can't throw it in England. Huh. Oh, we can throw everything in. We only bought 6 units. So we're going to throw everything up here. We're fine. So we're going to have 4 fully loaded transports and another fighter there. Alright. I think that's all the combat we want to do. And let me look over here at this sub. This sub can't do anything yet, so I'm going to move that sub probably to 52 to threaten 60. Let's get this done. This is the big battle. Hopefully that goes well. Alright, combat went well. Killed everything in here and have a tank left over, which is great. One thing I did forget, though, that this was USA's money. I forgot that Yunnan was originally owned by USA. I thought that England was going to get it, but they're not going to. So that's my bad. So we are going to take our aircraft carrier to 7. Our 2 destroyers down here to 8. We're going to take these 2 fighters and fly them to Moscow. These units are going up to Moscow. And then this infantry's moving to Persia. I'm going to take one guy, move into Burma, so we can take that 2 from him next turn. He can't do anything about it. And then everything else is moving out of India. Right? Right. Oh, and the sub is going to go to 52. All right. Oh, yeah. Our plane's got to go back to India. Just double check C-Zone 8, C-Zone 7. All right. All right. Our fighter is going into C-Zone 7. And our infantry and 4 artillery are going into England. All right. So, now we can repair India next turn and have 40 to spend still. So we can re-up, we should be able to reload our transports and maybe even buy a bomber. But we'll probably reload our transports and add more units to India. This is in a pretty good spot right here if he decides to push into Kazakh. I don't think he would push into Novo because I think that would not work out for him either, but he might. I don't know. But that's going to do it for United Kingdom round number 5, and I'll see you guys back for America round number 5. All right, USA round number 5. So Japan bought 3 tanks, 4 infantry, and another bomber. And then they threw everything they could at Yunnan and killed my 1 remaining tank. Then they moved into Kazakh, took that one, took Novo, took Vologda. Didn't lose anybody. That's fantastic. Let me just look at the combat. Oh, he lost an infantry, So he lost 2 infantries. Lost an infantry in Yunnan and an infantry in Kazakh. Nothing else. All right. Then he did something interesting. He put his 4 fighters and his bomber here in the Caucasus. I think this might be a trap, right? So, this is so attractive to me to kill this. I want to kill this so bad. But the problem is, if I go too heavy and I actually take it, he's going to wipe everything I have left with Russia with his 15 tanks. So I don't want to kill it. I want to strafe it, but I want to get into his fighters if I can. Oh, man. So that's a dilemma. But we're going to keep the... so we're going to pivot. We're going to start shucking either directly into Finland here, or we're going to start going... It's going to take another couple turns to set up, but we're going to go from 10 to 8 to 5. So what we did with America is we bought 2 more transports, 5 more infantry, and 3 more artilleries to load them up, because we're going to have 4 here at the end of this turn. Alright. But we are going to pivot. I'm going to take 1 infantry Go to 15. Take Italy. I'm going to take 1 infantry. Go to 15. Take Southern Europe. Right? And that is all of the combat we're going to do with the United States. Okay, we're just going to take those 2 territories. Alright. Combat, we already captured it. Okay, so for the non-com, this tank is going to Persia. These guys are all moving forward. Everybody's moving forward. All right. Now, these transports are going up to 10, and these guys are going up to Canada. And they're going to get ready to be dropped in France or dropped in Finland. Our destroyer is going to go down here to protect our aircraft carrier. Our bomber is going to go to England. All right, and then these 2 transports are going to 11. The rest of our fleet is going into Sea Zone 15. Now, he does not have the air power. He does not have the air power to kill this yet. He's got only 4 fighters. Japan's got the 4 here and a bomber. But that's not going to be enough to kill this. And then the beauty of that is if we have our fleet here, we could send our fighters to Moscow if we need them to. And then we're going to pivot this and start shucking them up here. All right. Our transports go here. Our infantry and our artillery go into Eastern United States. All right, now for Russia. For Russia, we only have 20 guys, or 20 IPCs, so we're going to buy... Let's just buy 6 infantry. That way, if we capture West Russia, we'll have 10, we'll have 12. We can buy 4 more next turn. All right. So, we said before we have to take West Russia. So let's take 2 guys and our 3 fighters and take West Russia. And then we did the math. We can do 8, 7, and 3. And it's only got a 14% chance to take this territory. If we take it, I think we're going to lose the game, believe it or not. Because I don't know if I can put enough stuff back in here to defend. I don't know if I can. We're only going to hit this 1 round. I'm hoping to get into his fighters. Man, this is kind of a risky move here. But if I don't do it, he's just going to build... He's going to build 4 infantry there anyway, so I might as well try to cost him some planes if I can do it. So let's do it and just hope that we do not kill everything in round 1. Ideally, I would love 8 hits. That ain't going to happen, but that would be great. Ooh, it's strong in the Caucasus. But that's because if I let it go the whole way, I'd win for sure. Alright. Okay, I can get rid of that one. Alright, don't give me 9 hits. Okay, that was absolutely fantastic. We got 7 hits in the Caucasus. Oh, that was beautiful. So we lost 3 infantry. So our result was, let's see here. We got 7 hits. What does he have left? 1 fighter and 1 bomber. Well, that's not even on the calculator because I think they predicted that he's got the bomber set up to die first. Anyway, that's fantastic. I don't think I could ask for anything better than that. I killed 7 guys, 7 units for 45 IPCs, and I lost 9. That's pretty friggin' awesome. And now, man, that's really good. All right. Yeah. All right, we mobilize our 6th infantry into Russia. We're losing money, we're hemorrhaging money, but we're hammering. We're doing okay. So that's going to be the end of USA round 5, Russia round 6, and I will see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 6. All right, United Kingdom round number 6. So Germany's back to buying infantry, 12 infantry and 2 artilleries. So the tank rush is pretty much over, at least right now. And then he took all of his territories back: Northwestern, France, Italy, Southern Europe, West Russia, Finland, and he killed 10 infantry and lost 2 in all of his battles. Pretty efficient. And, you know, Japan now has these 3 units that can attack India, but not much else. But he is on the doorstep of Russia right here. So, we are going to do a couple things that are a little bit, I mean, they're kind of risky. For United Kingdom, we bought 6 more infantry, 4 artilleries, and a tank. And we ended up repairing, we spent $6 and repaired India's industrial complex so we can restock it. So one thing we're going to do is we are going to I wonder if I should do that. No, I won't. We're going to take 4 infantry and 4 artilleries. Go to C-Zone 5, drop them in Karelia. We're going to take our fighter and attack Karelia. Our battleship is going to go to 5, bombard Karelia. Our 2 cruisers are going to go to C-Zone 5, bombard Karelia. And these 2 fighters are going to attack Karelia. So that is let's see here. Okay. 14 units, yeah. All right. So that's what we're going to do there. And then here we're going to take this English guy and this English guy. And we're going to take 2 of those. And those 2 artilleries. And these 4 fighters, and we're going to hit this. My plan is to capture it, but we might end up strafing it, depending on what we do here. All right. If we get it down and we still have a lot of units left, I'll back off and let, I don't know. I'll have to see, because I'd really like to kill this. I'm just wondering if I should bring the tank or the artilleries and have a 3. I guess I'll just leave it that way. All right. And I think that's it. All right, let's run these combat and see how it works. Strong on both. Let's hope. Alright, combat was pretty bad. So we actually eliminated all of the units in the territories, killed everything, but we failed to take either territory. This one especially is bad because we actually hit with 3 bombardments and killed half the units with just the ships, and then I couldn't get 3 hits with 3 planes and 8 guys in the remaining however many rounds of combat. So that was a great opening, but terrible disappointing at the end. But at least all that stuff is gone. So now his air power is even more significantly diminished. 2 of those there. Wait a minute. 1. No. Sorry. I want another fighter to go there. And I want the aircraft carrier to go there. I want the 2 destroyers to go there. And then I gotta go back here, which kind of sucks. Because these 3 tanks now can go here. I really wanted to capture this territory, but I didn't want to lose a plane doing it. And I'm gonna back off. Man, that is rough. That is rough. But we did kill 2 of Germany's remaining air power. That's kind of nice. Oh, let's see here. I'll leave that one there. Alright. Is that it? That's it. Alright, we're going to throw a tank and 2 infantry into India, and we're going to throw 4 infantry and 4 artillery into United Kingdom. Alright. Man, I really wish this one's not as bad as this one. I would have liked to have taken this territory right now, because he would have been. If I had a handful of units there, it would have been a little bit of a. Well, I guess he could use these 15 tanks, but it would have been a little bit of an effort for him to take that back. Now he can still build there, which sucks. All right, that's gonna do it for United Kingdom round number 6, and I'll see you guys back for USA round 6. All right, United States round number 6. So last turn I messed up because I didn't put any English Navy into C-Zone 3 to guard against his German bomber. I don't really want to risk my 4 transports full of stuff with just 1 destroyer for defense. So it's going to set me back 1 turn, but I am going to set up a Finland Shuck that will be pretty significant since I'll have a lot of transports. So I went ahead and bought 6 more infantry and 4 more transports. And after this turn, we're going to have a significant number of units every single turn dropping into Finland. 12 or more, hopefully. So, except for round 8, which will only be 7 infantry and an aircraft. So we need to kill Persia here, because I think Germany is going to use his tanks to just take out India. I think that's part of his strategy here. Not a bad strategy, but German tanks tend to get isolated down here, so that might actually work in our favor, especially if he leaves Japanese stuff here that can be crushed by Russian troops. So I am going to take 2 artilleries and 2 infantries. I'm going to go to 34. We're going to drop them in Persia. We're going to take our battleship, bombard. We're going to take our cruiser, bombard. We're going to take our fighters and attack. And we're going to take this fighter and attack. We should be able to 1 round Persia, because it only has 1 tank in it. And then I guess we'll bomb Germany. All right. The only combat we're going to do with America, so let's get that done. All right, combat was a success. We're going to fly our two fighters, actually one fighter back to Russia. Actually, you know what? Let's fly another one back there. We can't. Okay. Fly two of them there. Bring our aircraft carrier down here. Bring our destroyer down here. Everything else is moving forward. All right, he's gonna have to kill Persia because he can't allow me to just keep shuffling troops over here and build this up. I think he's gonna have to kill Persia with Germany, which actually is probably good for our favor. Let's take the bomber, we'll send it back to England, take our destroyer and go to Sea Zone 5. We'll move 4 transports and all this stuff up into Canada. And then we'll move this up there. And let's see, I think that's it. Yep, I think that's it for America. All right, 6 infantry, 4 transports. Going into Sea Zone 11. All right, Russia, all we can do is buy 4 guys. Oops, 4 guys. Russia's really thin now. So let's see, let's do 2 guys and a fighter. Actually, let's do 2 guys and 3 fighters. We'll blitz this one. Wait a minute. And we'll blitz this one. And we'll just take West Russia back and these 2. I was going to use some infantry and try to kill this. I think I need to. Let me run the math real quick. How many fighters does he have in range? No, 15 guys and 4. I might be that might be okay. All right, I'm going to not do it. The math is okay. I can work it out so I can actually do this. But if he uses Germany to come kill this stuff, which he probably will, then it doesn't really matter. And I need to start getting troops up here. So I'm not going to... Ah, man, I really wish I could just kill that. I'm not going to do it. All right. Let's run it. All right. Combat was decent. We We took the territory, but we lost a guy. So we're going to fly our fighters back to Russia. At least Archangel is going to probably be taken by Japan, I would think. We'll see what he decides to do. If he uses Japan to take this, which he might do, hopefully I can have enough of a response with 7 units. That's going to be close. And the 3 fighters and the bombardments. That's going to be close. All right. But once I can get troops flowing into Europe from the north, I should be okay. I'm hoping I'll be okay. So anyway, throw our 4 units into Russia. And we will hope, although he might be able to do a 1-2 punch on us. I might have to fly this England fighter over to Russia. I might even have to fly some of these England fighters over to Russia. We'll have to look at the math when it's England's turn to see how it's set up here and see what Germany does. To see if he can do the 1-2. So I'll run the numbers on that, and then I will I'll include them in this video if I do it before the guy moves. All right, so here is the results of a 1-2 against Russia right now. All right. And that's going to do it for USA round 6, Russia round 7. And I'll see you guys back for United States. I'm sorry, I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 7. All right, United Kingdom round number 7. So Germany just bought 8 infantry, 2 artilleries, and another fighter. And then he lightly took Persia. He actually went with 4 infantry and some fighters. Or 4 infantry, yeah. And a bomber, I guess. 4 infantry and a bomber, and he lost a couple infantry. And then he lightly took West Russia again. And then I think he mobilized... Oh yeah, so he mobilized 4 infantry to the Caucasus. So with England, I need to do a couple things. I need to take Persia just to keep India safe from falling. And I need to start hammering troops into Northern Europe. So we are going to do both of those things. All we bought with England was 11 infantry, 3 for India and 8 for mainland United Kingdom. So first thing we're going to do is take 3 infantry and 6 fighters and take Persia. And then we're going to take our tank, our infantry. We're going to go here, pick up these guys, go up to Sea Zone 3, drop them in Finland. We're going to take our cruisers, go up to Sea Zone 3, bombard Finland. Take our battleship, go up to Sea Zone 3, bombard Finland. Our fighter's going to attack Finland. And that is it. Right? That is it. I still can't press forward here. It kind of sucks, but I can't. Alright, so let's run that combat and see how it goes. All right. We actually got fairly lucky in the combat. We only lost one guy on both of them. So now that, okay, so this fighter is going to land up here in Sea Zone 3. We'll take our aircraft carrier and our 2 destroyers up to Sea Zone 3. We'll take 4 fighters and go back to India, and we'll put 2 fighters back in Russia. So now, I think Japan could probably take this with no problem. I just don't know if he will, because my USA stuff should be able to kill his stuff, and then he really doesn't have any more land units over here. So if he wants to do that, I mean, I guess I'll trade with him. It'd probably be advantageous for me. And now, because we didn't lose anybody in Finland, we've got... what do we got there? 10 units. We've got 10 units in Finland, and we're going to add 16 more, so we're going to have 26 units in Finland by the end of this turn. 26 by the end of this turn, and then 15 more, so we're going to have 41 by the end of round 8. 41 land units alone. And Germany can only build, well, he can actually build 16, but we'll still be able to outpace him as long as we can keep Russia alive long enough. So that is the end of United Kingdom round number 7. Let me finish this non-com. Mobilize 3 troops to India and 8 troops to United Kingdom. That's it for United Kingdom round 7. And I'll see you guys back for United States round number 7. We also might have to consider doing a 1-2. Actually, after we drop the 16 guys up here, maybe we'll consider doing a 1-2 on Germany. He's going to have to guard it now. Once these guys are in position here, he's going to have to guard Germany better than that, because we'll have these guys in position for France or up here, which is where I really want them to go. So it's starting now. We're in a decent position where the shuck is now going to be in full effect up here. So we were delayed by my stupidity, but we're back on track. So anyway, that's going to be it for this turn, and I'll see you guys back for USA round number 7. Alright, United States round number 7. So Japan bought 3 tanks, 4 infantry, and 2 fighters. 3 tanks to Manchuria, 4 infantry, and 2 fighters to mainland Japan. He then stacked Karelia, or the Caucasus, and moved forward with the rest of his troops here. I'm kind of faced with an interesting situation. I could actually grab this stuff here and drop those troops in India. Or I can stack Persia. If I stack Persia, I'm going to have 7 infantry and 2 artillery. And he can kill me with his tanks. But if he does that, he's going to be using some tanks. And he's not buying any more. Well, I guess he's buying a couple tanks. But the more tanks he buys, or the more tanks he loses, is better. I don't know if I'll get into his tanks if I stack this. If he chooses not to attack it, because the 1-2 punch on Russia is not going to work right now. If he doesn't attack this, then I'll be okay. I'll probably be able to hold India for a lot longer. My whole point is I have got to get stuff into Karelia soon. So this is going to have 26 guys. This is going to have 26 land units in it at the end of this turn. So that's pretty good. So, and then I got to run a little bit of numbers to see if I can hit this. Yeah, this guy, He attacked Russia with 2 bombers and got a 6 and a 5. A 6 and a 5. So I only have $12, so I don't even know if I can repair that. But I'm going to have to repair it as minimally as possible. So I don't know. This is going to hurt because he just keeps bombing the shit out of Russia. So the time is not on my side now. I went ahead and bought, as America, 7 infantry and 5 artillery. We're just going to continue shucking them over into Finland and just try to get as many land units from USA into Finland as possible over the next turn and a half, 2 turns. I'm only going to be able to get 7 infantry and 1 anti-air gun at the end of next turn, so... But we should have a decent stack of United Kingdom. And I guess I'm going to stack Persia. I don't really want to. I kind of want to stack India, but I don't want to give him this with just his 4 infantries and his bomber. So I want him to actually send a couple tanks. So that being the case, I'm not... oh, I am going to bomb Germany again. Why not? And that's going to be it for the combat. All right, so the bombing raid was successful. I got 2 hits, so that was good. All right, we're going to move this into Persia. We're going to grab this stuff, move it into Persia. I'm going to move this forward into Egypt. We are going to move all of this stuff into Finland. Our destroyer is going to go back up to Sea Zone 3. We're going to move our infantry, our AA gun, and our 6 other infantry, and our transports will go up to Sea Zone 10. And I think that's it. Kind of a short move as far as movement by America, but I'm running out of options here. And all of our stuff will go into eastern United States. All right, for Russia, we're going to repair four of them. And we're going to buy a tank. All right. All right. All right, we can go down to 11 infantry. So actually, if we use an artillery, we'll go down to 6 artillery and 12 infantry. We'll use 2 and a. It should be the same. We can get the 1-2 defense to stay at 96% to defend. So all we did with Russia, you saw it, we just bought a tank and repaired a little bit of our stuff, only to get it up to where we can drop the tank in there. And then we are going to use 1 artillery and 2 infantry and all of our fighters. And we're going to try to take West Russia. And then we're going to have to move 1 infantry up to Archangel. And then the defense will be 93. Hopefully this works. Because if he's got 17 tanks... Let's see what the 17 tanks... Wow. If he hits me with 17 tanks, my odds of defending go down to 77%. So it's pretty important that we take West Russia. Really important. So, all right, let's run the combat and see if it works. Okay, that was friggin' amazing. All 3 of our fighters hit, and we wiped them in 1 turn, which is fantastic. So now I can go... I am going to have to go down to 11, so he can't attack with... Let's see if he does it with 17 tanks, and I have the guy in there still. It's at 88. I don't like it. Alright, so we have to move a guy to Archangel, which I don't really want to do. I may have to wipe that in Karelia, but it's going to be tough to do because he's going to move those 8 infantry there. After next turn, though, I can do it. So we're going to take away the 17 tanks. And it's back up to 96. We're going to drop it down to 11 infantry, and it's over 90%. So we are going to do this, move 1 guy just to keep him from attacking with 17 tanks. But man, we are in thin ice. In thin ice in Russia. Really thin ice. All right. Throw the tank in Russia. And that will be it for USA 7 and Russia 8. And I will see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 8. Alright, United Kingdom round number 8. So, Germany bought 8 infantry, 2 artilleries, and a bomber. And he did not take back West Russia. Of course, he bombed England and got a 6. One bomber. So his last 3 bombers bombing Russia, 5, 6, and 6, with no bombers lost. So, and then as soon as I'm done moving with England, Japan's going to hit it probably with 3 more fucking bombers. So this will be destroyed completely. He's setting up, obviously, because he didn't take this. I think he's setting up to do the 1-2 punch on Russia, which is actually pretty good. Well, it's pretty good until I do a couple things. He's basically 2 turns away from taking it, because if all this stuff up here, the one thing he did was he left Germany pretty lightly defended, right? No planes in there, and very few, as far as relatively speaking, defensive land units. And I did the math on it, and it was like 85% if I 1-2 punch it with United Kingdom and America. However, this is the problem right here. This fighter and these 3 bombers, if I hit this with England, and he moves those there, it goes down to a 10% chance for me to take it. No, I'm sorry. It goes down to a 50-50 battle for Germany. If I do that 50-50 battle and he still has all of this stuff up here, Russia's going to fall anyway in 2 turns. And if I fail the 50-50 battle, then I'll have nothing. I'll have nothing to follow up, and he can just build, 10 infantry a turn for 2 turns, and I'll be done. So I opted not to do the 1-2 at this time, but I have to do it sooner or later, because if I don't, this is just gonna get too big, because Russia has no income and now they have no factory. So, but what we're gonna do is we are gonna kill this in Karelia. I went ahead and bought a destroyer, 7 infantry, and an artillery. 3 infantry have to go into India to get it up to a 93% to defend. It has to go in there. So we're only going to have 5 land units to transport next turn with United Kingdom. But we're going to put a destroyer in 7. We're going to move the American destroyer in 7. We'll have 2 destroyers against 1 bomber, because we're going to start the direct shock from 10 to England to Karelia. So all my sea units are going to move into Sea Zone 5 this turn, and then I'll have a direct pipeline. I won't have to do the Finland to Karelia to Baltic. I can go directly to Karelia, I can go directly to Baltic, or I can go directly into Germany or Northwestern. So this can be, once you, if I can keep this and dominate it, it's going to be a pain in the ass for Germany. So a couple things I need to do is I'm going to attack this with everything in Finland. Our fighter from here, just going back to Russia. These 2 fighters from here. We're going to take our 4 transports into 6, pick up our 8 guys, go into 5, put them into Karelia. We're going to take our battleship into 5, Karelia, both cruisers into 5, Karelia. All right. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 guys and these 4 planes and try to kill these 2 guys, just to lighten the attack on Russia. If we take the territory, great, but that's short-lived anyway. But I want to relieve some of the pressure on Russia if I can. But it's definitely getting down to the nitty-gritty time. Especially if this fails. So let's go ahead and get that done. Ooh, that might be a mistake. Yeah, that might be a mistake. So these Japanese bombers can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down into Germany. So these won't be safe. So I may have to leave Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to have to rethink this. After I paused the recording, I accidentally ran the combat in Karelia. So we took the territory, but you guys missed it. I apologize for that. Alright, where's my India defense? Let me go down to 1 fighter. 77. It is what it is. Okay, I had the India defense at 93, but now I have to send only 1 fighter back to India, and I have to send, let's see, I need to send 2 of these fighters to C-Zone 3 and then 1 fighter back to Moscow. In order for me to survive the 1-2 punch from Germany and Japan, I need to have 9 fighters in Russia. So I've got 4. I've got 5. I'll have 8. I'll have 8 fighters there. And I'll be down to 77% chance to survive the 1-2 punch in Russia. 77% chance to survive India. And both of these will be like 70% to defend. That is absolutely horrifying. I got to send these 2 destroyers down to C-Zone 5. I got to have, let's see here, 3 Japanese bombers against 2 fighters. A destroyer and an aircraft carrier has a 70% chance to live. Let's see, 2 cruisers, 2 destroyers, and a battleship has a 80% chance to survive a bomber and 3 fighters. So this is absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. I don't know how else to explain the mistake though. So initially I thought the game had glitched on me and somehow triggered the combat without me going there, but I actually watched my video, and it was my own dumbass that went to combat before thinking through the moves. And so the game, I've always advocated for a go back button, but until they decide to implement that, you're left with your own terrible decisions, and that decision was all mine to stupidly go to combat phase. Obviously, I didn't think it through because these bombers in Japan are in such a good spot in the Caucasus. They can hit so many places, and they can hit C-Zone 3, so I have to defend that. And I initially moved everything in here thinking I didn't have to, but this is going to be an interesting round. This may be the end of the game. So let's go ahead and finish this. He's online right now, so we're probably going to see if we lose right now. I'm not going to watch it because I'm up against the clock on another game, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off of this one and go to the other one and see if I survive. Anyway, that's going to be a rather mistake-filled UK round 8, and I'll see you guys back for United States round number 8. Alright, United States round number 8. So Japan did not attack either of these sea zones here. What he did was he bombed Russia again with all 3 of his bombers, and actually lost a bomber, but completely destroyed our industrial complex in Russia. And then he bought 3 tanks, 3 infantry, and a bomber. I'm sorry, 4 infantry. No, 3 tanks, 3 infantry, and artillery, and a bomber. And he's just going for broke. And then he moved everything, retook Kazakh, and then moved everything forward again. So what we need to do is we need to kill Kazakh and Novo so he doesn't have as many land units for the 1-2 with Japan. And then we got to try to squeeze Germany. I don't know how we're going to do that. Germany still, believe it or not, has a ton of money. 39 IPCs. It's like he's just banking all kinds of money. So we have not dented his money at all. And Japan obviously has a shit ton of money. I have 41 with America, 33 with United Kingdom. This is not enough. But the attack power is really close. I have a 6-point lead. So it's been pretty even. We're going to try now. We're going to try to readjust this shuck here one more time. Because I think we've got enough where we can keep him out of Karelia at least for a couple turns. So we can set this up. We're going to set it up so we can drop 8 U.S. troops directly into Karelia every turn. And also 8 United Kingdom troops directly in there every turn. It's going to take a couple turns to do it. Went ahead and bought 5 infantry, 2 artillery, a tank, and a cruiser. We got to get some more defense here for the sea zones. Obviously, it doesn't have a lot of air power now, but these are only 77 and 80% defense. So, not great. And so basically, we're going to set up where we go 10, 7, 5. Instead of 10, 3, and then take another turn to go to Karelia. Once we have 4, 4, and 4, it'll just be a direct pipeline of 8 U.S. troops every single turn into whatchamacallit, into Karelia. For as long as we can do it. This, I don't think Russia's going to last much longer, though. I really don't. But let's see what we can do. So let's take... What's Germany at? 5, the minus. And 39 money. Even if we bomb him, he can buy 10 more guys anyway. Alright. We're going to take 2 of these and 2 of these. And then all 3 fighters. And try to remove Kazakh threat again. Let's see, can this bomber hit it? No. Ooh, it can hit that though, but not against 2 guys. Yeah, that's it. I think that's all the combat we're going to do. I got to be really careful after the disaster that was last time. I've seen people click on this and then expand it and start clicking off of units to attack. I'm going to have to start doing that. It's going to make some of the moves longer, but I can't afford to do that somehow right-click attack that I did last time. It's just not, no bueno. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Okay, so let's see. That's all we're going to do. Alright, so the combat worked good. We're going to put 2 of our fighters. Well, we're going to put 1 fighter back in Russia. 2 of them back in Sea Zone 34. We're going to move 2 of these units. Actually, we'll move all 3 of them there. And we're going to take 1 of these guys and drop it in Persia. And then we are going to move everything forward into Karelia. Then we're going to take our 7 guys and our AA gun. Go up to Sea Zone 3 with 4 transports. Drop them in Finland. We're going to take 6 transports and move them to Sea Zone 10. And 2 of them are going to 5. And then these guys are going up to Canada. And that is it. Yeah. So our 5 infantry, our 2 artillery, our tank will go in the west, and our cruiser will go into C-Zone 11. And that is going to be it for America. Alright, we are not going to repair our industrial complex. We're going to buy 2 Russian tanks. And they're going into Karelia. We're going to use 1 infantry and all 3 of our fighters to try to 1-round Novo. I cannot get hits with attacking fighters. I don't get it. You just gotta be kidding me with that. Our fighters fly back. We'll send 1 infantry and this artillery back into Russia. At least we killed the guy. I mean, that was the big thing, was that he won't have another guy to attack Russia, but it would be nice to get the point. It really would be nice to get the point. Alright. Alright, we're throwing our 2 tanks into Karelia. And that is going to be it for Russia. America round 8, Russia round 9. I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 9. Alright, United Kingdom round number 9. So there's a lot of moving parts to this turn. So Germany bought 9 infantry and 3 artilleries. He mobilized 2 infantry, 2 artilleries to the Caucasus, 3 infantry to Italy, and then an artillery and 4 infantry into Germany. He then killed my stuff in Kazakh. And he's got a setup here where he has that's not it. Where is it? It might be here. Okay, I misplaced it. Let's do this one. Okay. He has a decent chance to take Russia with a 1-2 round 10. So I did a lot of math, and I can get the Russia defense from the 1-2 for round 10 up to 75%. But in order to do that, I have to do a lot of different things. And I want to just pressure. I'm sick of Germany. I want to just pressure them. And India right now is safe, but I don't know how much longer I can maintain that. So for United Kingdom, we bought 5 infantry, 2 artilleries, and a plane. The plane's going to go to India. So, a couple things we have to do. We have to kill these infantry. Not that we care too much. But the difference if they used in the Japan attack is really significant. So my goal is just to kill them. I'm not necessarily worried about taking Vologda back. So in order to do that, though, we have to risk a tank, and we're going to take 3 fighters, and we're going to hit Vologda. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to take our 2 artilleries to West Russia. We're going to take this fighter, and we're going to take the India fighter. We're going to hit West Russia. We're going to take 2 infantry and our tank and push forward into Burma. If we do that, he can't use any planes in the attack on India, except for the stuff in the Caucasus, and we'll have enough to hold. Let's see. Okay, now for some of the other stuff. Alright, all the bombers that are in the Caucasus, as long as I take Northwestern and Paris and France, can't hit C-Zone 8. I've counted it a bunch of times. I'm notoriously terrible at counting bomber moves. I've tried it as many times as I can think of. I don't think they can hit. I'll find out because I'm going to risk empty transports with nothing to guard them. It's not a great look if I've miscounted. But what we're going to do is we're going to take one transport over here. We're going to pick up one infantry. We're going to go back to C-Zone 5. We're going to drop it in Northwestern. We're going to take the other 3 transports and go over here. We're going to pick up an artillery and 3 infantry. Go back to C-Zone 5. Drop them in... Where are they? Baltic. We're going to use our battleship and our 2 cruisers to bombard Baltic. Right? And I think that's going to be all the combat for... Hold on. Kill Vologda, kill West Russia, kill Northwestern, take Baltic, India fighter to Russia, and okay. Our India fighter is going to go to Russia, and our C-Zone 3 fighters are also going to go to Russia at the end of this turn. That's going to get us up to 11 fighters. My goal is to get up to 12 fighters, but one of my Russian fighters has to leave, and you'll see why. The other thing is we can get our infantry up to 12. If we kill these guys... This dude here can move into Russia this turn and he's safe. If we don't kill these guys, then he can use planes and these 2 infantry to kill this. That blocks my tanks from getting back to Russia, and it also puts me down a guy for defense. So Russia's maybe got 2 turns left, because no matter what happens here, even if I get it up to, I don't know, 75 defense in round 10... it's going to probably fall around 11. So I might even have to back out of it. I don't know yet. But what I do know is we're going to take a lot of German territory this turn. And hopefully that will allow me to put up a good defense. Alright, so that's all the combat. Wait a minute, what's this right here? Oh, there's an empty transport there. Alright, let me go to this here. Let's get rid of the empty one. So 1 guy and then 4 guys. Okay. Alright, I think that's it. So he's staying there. Right? I do not want him moving. Or he's screwed. Alright. Let me look at the... So that's strong, that's strong, that's strong. That's captured. That's strong, and then that's... Let me just look one more time to see at this one here. C-Zone loading, okay. Alright, if this transport looks like it's staying here, so let's just hope that it is. Alright. Let's run the combat. Really hope we kill everything in Vologda without losing a plane. In my calculations, I'm always factoring in hitbacks now, because they never fail. Alright, combat was mixed. We didn't lose our tank here, which was great, but we didn't even get 2 hits with 2 planes and infantry and artillery. So USA is probably going to have to hit this. I didn't want to do that. I really wanted England to get it, but God, that sucks. Because I can't really take it with Russia. Alright. Well, our fighters are going back into Russia. It is nice having this tank here. What else? These fighters are going to Russia. Our aircraft carrier and our destroyer are going to Sea Zone 5. Actually, you know what? Let's throw our destroyer in Sea Zone 8. We don't need it. So, actually, no. You know what? No. We're gonna put it in 5. Because if we miscounted, we're screwed anyway. Let's see here. Okay. Man, this battle sucked. I really needed to kill that. I wonder if he'll take the tanks and try to hit Karelia with his Japanese tanks. I doubt it. If he does, I don't know. That's going to be interesting. All right. That's going to be it for England's combat and non-com. Let's go ahead and mobilize. Throw our fighter in India. We'll throw everything else in the United Kingdom. Got up to 38 money. I was hoping to get up to 40. But it is what it is. Man, this battle sucked. I really wish I'd have killed that one. I'd much rather would have had that than lose. Than I wish I would have just been a wash in Vologda and taken West Russia, because I need West Russia. I need them. I need it. Okay, so I can still do the same thing. I can hit this with 4 American fighters since they're going into Russia, and 2 guys. So this is going to be lighter than I was hoping. I may even, oh man, I guess I could, no, I need 4 transports over there. Alright. Well, the dice happen. It's a dice game. So that's going to be it for UK round number 9, and I'll see you guys back for USA round 9. Okay, United States round number 9. So, if you can guess what Japan bought, he bought 4 infantry, 3 tanks, and a bomber. Just continues to buy bombers and tanks and infantry. He has the same buy all the time. And then he pushed into Persia. So my guess is that Germany is going to take India in round 10. But obviously if he does that, Russia's safe, right? Because he can't do a 1-2. I can get at the end of round... at the end of this round and the start of round 10, I can get Russia's defense against the 1-2 100% against Germany, and then it's almost a 50-50 battle. It's 60% to hold for Russia if he attacks with the 1-2 with Germany and Japan. But if he does that, he's not hitting India with Germany. In fact, he's not hitting India with either one of those. If he's going to do the 1-2 on Russia, he's not going to hit India because he can't. My guess is that he's going to hit India, so Russia's probably safe. So we're actually going to go down to 9 fighters here, because what I'm going to do is take a bunch of territory here, and I'm going to stack Baltic. We have to kill West Russia only because we don't want the 14 tanks to take Karelia. Alright, and then we're going to have the shuck is going to change from the way it is now At the end of this turn, it'll be 3 transports, and 6 transports in C-Zone 8, and then it's going to go to 4, 4, and 4 next turn. So I bought only for, because I'm only going to have, I'll have 2 guys left over after this turn because I'm not going to send all 4 of these back to 10. I bought 2 infantry, 4 artillery, a tank, and a bomber. And I did the math on this, and if everything goes well, and that's a big if, but if everything goes well, I can get a 77% chance to take Germany in round 10 with a 1-2 from England and Germany. I mean, England and America. And that's even if he sends his fighters from Japan back to Germany. But everything has to go right. If it doesn't, the game's going to go for probably a lot longer. Unless Russia falls and India falls, then I'll probably be done. So, let's get some of these attacks done, right? So, we're going to take this fighter and 1 infantry. And attack Bellow. Actually, we could use the bomber also. Use the bomber on that as well. The most important thing is to kill this guy. Because if we don't kill this guy, it skews the math on Baltic. It's a really tight battle there. And then we're going to take, and God help me if I didn't count the bombers right. We're going to take all 5 of these artilleries, all 7 of these infantries, go to C-Zone 8, hit France. We are going to take 2 artilleries, 2 infantry, go to 15, hit Italy. Take our battleship, bombard Italy, take our cruiser, bombard Italy, take our fighters, attack Italy. The fighters are probably overkill for the Italy attack. However, I want them to be in range of Germany next turn. So that's why I decided not to fly them back to Russia. The initial plan was to put all my USA fighters in Russia, but the more fighters are in Russia, the less fighters I can use to attack Germany. So, and depending on what he does with his tanks here, if he leaves them there and he doesn't move them, we may abandon Russia next turn with our 7 United Kingdom fighters. Just to ensure the 1-2 punch on, and I think no matter what we can take it then, but I'm not sure. I'll have to do the math on it. What else do we want to do? Bellow, France, and Italy. I think that's all we want to do. And then we got to shuffle around some stuff. This was a pretty good move here in Persia, because obviously Germany can take India. Nothing I can do there. If Germany doesn't take India, then I'll most likely use all of my India stuff and kill all of his Japanese tanks. And use my 7 fighters and my fighter from here, and then abandon India, leave them, land them all in Russia. But if he does that and he misses all these tanks, then we might be in a position to push back. Although he has lots of money, he's just building lots of stuff. But it's all going to depend if we can get Germany to fall. All right, so let's run these. Let's run this combat and see what we get out of it. All right. Okay. Combat really worked out. So, Our fighters will go back to 15. We did not lose. We lost one guy in France. And we did not lose the guy in Bella. So we actually took Bella, which was nice. The fighters go into Baltic. The bomber can't go to UK. I'll put it in... Where do I want to put it? I guess I'll put it in Russia. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. All right. I would land it in Baltic, but if he kills it, I'd rather... If he goes for the 1, 2 in Russia, I'll put it in Russia. In fact, let's see here. That even gets my defense up to almost 70% with the bomber, believe it or not. That's pretty good. All right. Now, our aircraft carrier is going to go to 15. Our destroyer is going to go to 15. We're going to use this guy to block Persia, to block these tanks from going into Africa, even though, well, it depends what he does. It's really going to depend on if he decides to go for Russia or if he takes India. And then all of this stuff is moving down here. We're going to take these 4 of these guys and drop them in Baltic. Take one of these transports. We're going to pick up 2 guys. And drop them in Baltic. Our destroyer is going to go to... five, I guess. And we'll put it in 8. Our cruiser is going to go to... let's see, 9, I guess. These 3 transports are going back to 10. Let's see here. This guy will go to Karelia. And our anti-aircraft gun will go to Karelia. We're going to move these guys and our tank over here. Right, I think that's everything. I think that is everything. God, this is a long turn. I haven't even done Russia yet. Alright. Baltic is going to have 16, 7. Where's my defense for that? That's my 1, 2. 16, 8. And it has 1 fighter right now, which is what I wanted. Russia has what, 11, 7, 8, or 10. Okay. Alright, I think that's right. Alright, we'll throw our tank in Western United States, our bomber, our 2 infantry, and our 4 artilleries go into Eastern United States. Right? All right. Now for Russia, we are going to repair our... We're going to repair so we can put 2 infantry into Russia. Right? So that's what we're going to do. So we want the 2 infantry into Russia. Even though he's going to bomb us again, that's alright. For the combat... Let's see here. We're going to do 1 guy... and 1 guy... and 3 fighters. Oh, and then we can actually blitz this with 1 tank. Take the point back. This one we have to get, though, to block the tanks from going up to Karelia. So let's do that. Alright, combat was a success. We're actually going to fly 1 plane over to Baltic and then the other 2 over to Russia. This is going to make this pretty tempting for him because it is if he does... Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's tempting for me to take a 30% battle, but it is for the game almost. So... maybe that's not such a terrible idea, but I don't know if I would do it. And then these tanks are going to Russia. Right? Right. Oh yeah, and then let's move our little sub. Let's move our sub over towards, where are we going to put him? We'll move him up to 56. Alright. So that looks like we're golden there. Throw our 2 infantry into Russia. And that is the longest turn in captivity, I understand. Sorry I was pretty long-winded, but it was a lot of analysis. If we do our math now on the Russian 1-2 here, right now, the Russian 1-2, we have in total a 68.3% chance to hold Russia. Alright, so if Germany and Japan elect to do the 1-2, we have a pretty good chance of holding it. And then if we move over to Germany, our 1-2 of Germany right now, 14, 20, we actually have, oh yeah, I can take that one too, so that's 21, that's 15, 21, 22. We actually didn't lose that many, we lost 1 fewer guys in Italy than we anticipated, so we have an extra artillery. So if we add that, that's 2 artillery plus 7, that's 9. No, that's 7 and 7, that's 14. We have 14 artillery, 22 guys, 3 fighters and a bomber. And let's roll this. Alright, as of right this minute, even if he puts the Japanese fighters and the German fighter back in Germany with the bombers, we have a 78% chance to conquer it in round 10 if we do the 1-2. as it stands right this minute. Now, obviously, if he tries to trade any of these territories, it's going to cost him some troops. He's going to have less Germany to defend, or less stuff in Germany to defend. So we'll see what he does, and you can see the odds right there for the 1-2 punch. So that's the end finally of USA 9, Russia 10. I will see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 10. All right, United Kingdom round number 10. So Germany, they just bought 7 infantry and 3 artilleries and repaired the 5 IPC damage I did to Germany via the United States bomber. And then he did what we're all tempted to do as the Axis, and he took his tanks that were in Caucasus and drove them down to India and took India. Unfortunately for him, he lost 9 tanks and a fighter in the process. And so now all of his attack power that was threatening Russia has now dissipated. So Russia's safe now. Unless the calculators are way off, Russia should be good. Showing 100% defense across the board. The other thing he did was he did move a handful of tanks back. He tried to take West Russia back, but failed with some infantry. And he moved 3 tanks back to Bulgaria, probably trying to get them back to Germany. But if the math is correct, it's not going to matter. So I'm going to go ahead and I went ahead and bought 4 infantry and 4 tanks for United Kingdom. That's in some reason, if this 1-2 punch fails miserably, I'll get to follow it up. If it succeeds, I'm going to take those tanks, drop them off in Karelia next turn, and they're going to motor across Asia towards Japan. So let's do this. We're going to take our 3 infantry, our artillery, take our 4 transports. I can never click on them. Go to C Zone 6. Pick up our 2 artillery, our 5 infantry. Go back to 5. Drop them in Berlin. Take our battleship and bombard Berlin, and our 2 cruisers and bombard Berlin. We don't have any air power in range of this right now, but what I'd like to do really is knock out this NA aircraft gun if he's got his defense set wrong, because I'm going to be following up with US fighters in the next round. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 7 planes from England and we're going to kill this tank. And then they're going to go back here to defend Russia. Thought about going after these 3 tanks, but I don't want to lose too many planes, so I might as well just kill this 1 German tank and come back to Russia. Thought about killing this guy as well, this guy in Ivanki, but I can just kill him with Russia in a turn or 2. So I have 6 Russian tanks. Alright. This is going to be a short battle because it's only a handful of units, but let's get it done and we'll set up for USA's next turn. I know it's implausible. I just need a few hits in Germany. Alright, combat was mixed. I did get 6 hits in Germany, and he did lose the AA gun, so that's pretty good for us. And we did not lose a fighter in the tank attack, which is great. We'll go ahead and throw our United Kingdom tank back into Russia. And that's interesting. I wonder if he could do that. He probably could. I don't think he will. I guess if he takes those 8 Japanese tanks and goes up to West Russia, I'll just use my Russians to kill him. But that'd be an interesting move. All right. Any other moves? Let's see here. No. Nothing else to mobilize, nothing else to move. All right. Let's go ahead and finish this. Take our 4 tanks and our 4 infantry and put them into the United Kingdom. And that is going to conclude round 10 for United Kingdom. And I will see you guys back for United States round number 10. Alright, United States round number 10. So Japan, he bought... let's see here. 3 tanks, a transport, an infantry, and an artillery. And he put everything in 62. Which I'm sure that means he's going to hit Alaska next turn. He bought an industrial complex for Kwangtung. And then he bombed Russia. Took Transjordan. And he took Vologda, which is fine. Russia's down to minus 14 again because he keeps using bombers to kill it. We're going to try to take Germany this turn. Okay, so what I did with America is I went ahead and bought 2 tanks, a fighter, a bomber, and 5 artillery and 5 infantry and an artillery. Everything's going to the west coast. I'm going to move these 2 artillery over here, or these 2 infantry over here, so that we'll have a. He's going to take Alaska next turn. We'll have something to hit him with. I got to remember to move this submarine, but we're going to try to take Germany this turn. We'll kill these tanks with England if Germany goes well. So let's go. Let's take all this stuff and attack Germany. All right, let's see this guy here. Okay, this bomber here. Alright, I think that's everything we can attack with. Oh, wait a minute. No, he can't bombard. He's not in range yet. Alright. So that's it. So let's hope that this works. And then we'll move on from there. Alright. The attack was successful. We took Germany, which is great. We'll move the AA gun down to Baltic. The bomber will go to Italy. And the fighters will go to two of them will go down to those right, the aircraft carrier, and then one of them will go up to Baltic. All right, we're gonna move 2 there. And then everything else is going to go down to France. Our other 2 are going to go to C-Zone 8. Let's see here. All right, and then let's see here. We'll move 4. Actually, we can move 6 now. Move all 6 transports over there. Move our cruiser to C-Zone 8. And then we'll move our 2 infantry, our 4 artillery. Our bomber will go to west United States. Alright, I think that's it. Alright. We're going to put a bomber in the western United States. 2 tanks. We'll put an artillery and 2 infantry into England or Italy. And then we'll put 3 there and the fighter over there. So when we have to kill when he lands in... Okay. When he lands in Alaska, we'll be able to kill him. Alright. For Russia, I think we're going to repair everything. Let's repair this one for Karelia. And let's see, we've got 14. Let's repair... actually, no. Let's repair up to that. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. And then we'll buy 2 tanks for Karelia. Alright. Now we can branch out. We can take 3 guys. Let's see, 2 guys. And an artillery. And a fighter. Kill that. We'll take 1 tank. Blitz that and go back. And then we'll take 2 guys and a fighter. And try to take Vologda. And then yeah, we don't want to do that because we got these tanks here. And then we'll put 1 guy into Kazakh to keep these tanks away from him. Alright. Our fighters go back to Russia. We move 1 guy to Kazakh and 1 guy to West Russia. Do we need a guy in West Russia? I don't think we do. because England's going to drop all their guys in because I got 14 artillery there. That's going to withstand any of this shit. So this stuff here, you know what? I will put one guy into West Russia. And I will put one guy into Kazakh. So what do I got there? I'll have 6 infantry, 6 artillery, 7 tanks, and 9 fighters. So he's got what? Let's see. Those tanks can't get there. So 7 tanks. How many infantry does he have? 5 infantry. 2 artilleries, right? 7 tanks. He's got 1 fighter and 2 bombers. And I'll have 6 infantry, 6 artillery, 7 tanks, 9 fighters, and the bombers are gone. And this tank is gone. And let me go to 1 wave. Right? Let's see here. Okay, 100%. So he's not going to be able to take Russia with what he's got. Send this fighter here. Let's make this 10 fighters. Alright, so he's not going to be able to take that. Right? Right. Alright. Put our 2 tanks in Karelia. Alright. That's going to do it for United States round 10, Russia round 11. And I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 11. Alright, welcome back. This is the end of the game. So, Talk Tommy decided to forfeit after I took Germany with the United States. A couple of big takeaways from this game. As tempting as it is, you never really want to take India with Germany until you've taken Russia. Because all it did was, I mean, I kept getting down to like a 40-60 battle, close to a 50-50 battle. But then as soon as he moved all of his tanks down to India, all of the pressure was alleviated from Russia. And so I could just move fighters around to defend all these troops. And really, he should have concentrated on one of these battles that was like 60-40 in his favor, or some of these battles right here where it was like, I know it wasn't great, it was like 20% or 30% on some of these sea zones. He probably should have taken them, especially with his Japanese bombers. The other big takeaway is that the Orange Sky strategy is probably a no-go. He bought just a shitload of bombers throughout this game. I caught him once when he put him in Yunnan. With only 1 guy in Burma blocking UK's tanks from killing him. So he lost 3 bombers there, and then eventually, after he bombed the shit out of Russia, he did start losing bombers. Failed bombing raids on UK, failed bombing raid on Karelia, another failed one, I think, on Russia. I can't remember. but he's losing bombers, and then I was killing bombers, and so it never really materialized. Japan had a excellent foothold in Asia, and he could have been pumping out infantry and planes. And I think the pressure would have been eventually just too great on Russia, and it would have collapsed. Or I would have had to take, an undesirable 50-50 battle or whatever to try to turn the tide, which I never really was in position to. All I had to do was keep getting my defense as high as possible, and he just wasn't going to take the battle. So it also just re-emphasizes how important the Caucasus as a territory is. These bombers in the Caucasus, seriously, were just a pain. They could reach they could reach C-Zone 5, 3, 8, until I got a hold of these. They can reach everywhere. So really got to pay attention to the Caucasus. It's really a enormously key territory. But other than that, it was back and forth. I thought there was definitely a couple of times when I could have lost the game. And lucky for me, I just put enough stuff in Europe here so that America was able to knock out Germany, and that was the end of the game. So anyway, I enjoyed the game, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This will be the end of the game and the end of this video. I'll see you guys back for another video.